Know your weeds. Know your weeds. I'm out here weeding a little tiny patch, and believe me, this bunch of chicory is probably, let's see, it's a 6-foot diameter circle, and this is just a portion, this big old wad that I cut down. I'm amazed because, for one thing, if you were to study the nutritional levels of chicory greens, and they're a little on the bitter side, but that's okay. If you were to compare it to kale, you would find that this stuff has higher nutritional values than kale, the almighty kale. And I don't have to do a darn thing to, I could gather literally a pickup truck bed full of chicory probably every month here. And I don't even try to grow it. And I don't even have like a field of it. And so it kind of goes to show you, when you go to the produce section and you're buying the cabbage and in the what do you call it, spinach and the kale and all those things, and you're spending a certain amount of money that may or may not be higher than it was last year. If you know your weeds, you can completely cut that out of your budget. Now, I am going to say that this is not edible. It's a sage. All sages are salvias, and all salvias are mint, so it's final determination. It is in the mint family. We call it gray sage, and I'm sure that there's other common names for it, but we call it gray sage, and we use it for sage. I also have common sage, which actually smells sagey. This is still sage. Oh, look at this. Sweetgrass. Hello, sweetgrass. And what I did was I was weeding my patch, which is a big sweetgrass patch, and I just thought, just for the heck of it, I'm going to pot some of this up, and if somebody down the road says, hey, do you have any sweetgrass that we can have? I'll just give them a pot of sweetgrass. To me, it's a giving thing. It's one of the medicines, one of the 4 medicines. And so I like to spread my wealth. I've developed over the years a tremendous sweetgrass patch, so I like to share it. You know, instead of just weeding it where it's not supposed to be in the walkways, just pot it up and give it to people. Let's see here, and that's really about it. This actually came out of my Valarian patch down here, and you all know what Valarian is. It's from what I hear on the mean streets of Harbor is that it's the most commonly used plant for a sedative in Europe. So Europeans heard of it. A lot of people here do it too, and grows here. What I have: potatoes in a box, some chives, Chorus calamus, death camas up there I'm not going to make use of, and one of my favorites, let's see, Verbena stricta, hoary vervain, which is, compounds are similar to blue vervain. Monarda, which has, I'm not going to get into the uses. I've got over there Latuca canadensis, prickly lettuce, also known as opium lettuce, pain reliever, although it doesn't have an opiate. The nice thing is you don't get addicted to it. You can't overdose on it, and it is effective. The sap. Well, let us go through every single food and medicinal plant on this property. Just kidding, it would take forever. You know, that's where it's at, man. Some of us are into homesteading and planting gardens, which more power to you, good for you. And then there's the woodsnicks, who hopefully know how to make use of proper tree barks for a starch substitute, the green plants that grow, how to get woods meat. I had to eat like breakfast sausages today and eggs. I was craving protein and feel good. There's Chipmunk. He's nibbling on the Valarian. He must be nervous. Hey, Chip. Well, that's all. Just saying, know your greens, your wild greens. Know your plants. I was a mere, I think, 6 or 7 years old, and I just had, boom, I'm going to learn how to eat off the land. And my first plant was burdock root. Research burdock root. Follow my footprints. That is all. As if that wasn't enough.